We had a request for multiple choice questions, typical for your exam. Although this was a COVID exam where they did not have Scantrons, which gave answers that weren't A, B, A, C, A, D here. This would be on your exam. If you had an F, you wouldn't have an F. There's no F on your Scantron. There'd be A, B there. There'd be A, C here, A, D, A, E. So let's not worry about that. Let's pretend we don't have a Scantron. And we're going to do the formula for the molecule. So you will have a picture of a molecule. It will not be this picture, I promise. It will not be a picture on any previous exam, I promise. You're starting from scratch. And I'm going to cut the molecule in half. In case I make a mistake, I don't have to restart the whole deal. And I'll cut it like right there. Carbons on the left side, I will start up here and go all the way up to my yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. C13. Right side. Starting top left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more in the ring. 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more in the ring. 12, 13. C13. So C26. H's equal red dot. Starting here, 1 red dot. See it? 1 red dot there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 0 below that. None. None. We got 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. And I think on the left side, that's it, because there's nothing here and nothing here. And nothing on the right side here, and nothing on the right side here, but 2 dots here, 2 dot, 1 dot there, 1 dot there, 1 dot there. No dots there, no dots there, no dots there. 3 dots. If you're like me and I don't label that H, I probably won't count it. 1 and 2 dots there, and 2 dots there, and 2 dots there. I think I got all my red dots. I'll do the H's on the bottom here. I'll count from this one, loop around again this week. It's just 1, red dots, 1, 4, 7, 8, 11, 14, 17, 18, 19. On the right side, we'll start top left again. 2, 4, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. All right. Do that again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 11, 13, 15. Do this again. 1, 4, 7, 10, 11, 14, 17, and 18. Why did that come out wrong? What did I do wrong? Uh-oh. 1, 2, 5, 8, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19. So we agree H34? And how many N's? I see 1. F is before N in the alphabet, right? How many F's total? 3. F3. And how many nitrogens? It's alphabetically, it's next. Just 1, right? And how many O's? 1, 2, 3. There's your answer. Copy that. I don't need the other stuff for your activity. X, Y, Z. X, we're doing hybridization. You count sigma bonds and lone pairs, right? How many sigma bonds to C? Only one of those two is a sigma, only one of these two is a sigma. That's it. Total? 2. What's the hybridization? SP, comma. Y. Please put the lone pairs on the O. Nowhere does it say this is a Lewis structure, right? It's okay, you don't have to put lone pairs on unless it is. I'll put the lone pairs in, don't put them in red. That'll be a nightmare. Baby blue. Lone pair. So that thing, that oxygen has a bond to H, it has a bond to C, and it has 2 lone pairs. sp3. And X, Y, and Z. Don't forget there's H's on Z. We got, I don't want to clutter things up too much, but there's an H there and an H there. So it's got, that's not a lone pair. Please do not think that red dots are a lone pair. Don't do it. We got sigma, 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 sigma. That's 4, right? Also sp3. I don't know. This is real important. I mean, to know those red dots, you gotta know their H's. Okay. There's your answer. Highlight, just give me that answer. Oh boy. It doesn't like me putting the ruler down there. Very temperamental machine here. Yeah, I'm gonna move it when you let me. Thank you. All right, highlight this. No, write it down. Okay. How many carbon stereocenters are present in the molecule? I warned the morning section in the video that got destroyed. Don't just look for carbons that have wedges and dashes, because I will have examples that are out to trick you. They're not to trick you. It's just test to see if you know what a stereocenter is. For example, this carbon here has 2 identical fluorines on it. How can you have 4 different groups when 2 of your 4 groups are identical to each other? Kind of answered my own question. So that's not, and the one with 2 methyls is not the same. It's not a stereocenter because they're the same. So I got 1, I got 2, and that's it. That's it. No other carbons have 4 different groups. Sorry? C with a double bond can never have 4 groups attached. Any C with double bond to O cannot have 4 groups attached. The double bond to O is 2 of the 4 bonds. You only have room for 2 more bonds. You can't have 4 groups when you only have 3 things attached. There are 3 things attached to this C. You need 4 different things. So remember, sp2 is never a stereocenter. No. Not for carbon. All right. So it's just the A and the B were stereocenters. That's it. Just 2. Highlighter. Yellow goes better. Highlighter. There's your answer. 2. Let's do functional groups first. Fill in these blanks, and then we'll do the stereocenters R and S. Carbon A is part of a stereocenter, and it's also part of a functional group. So A is this carbon attached to an OH, and this is, I just want to point out something very important. That carbon is not a carbonyl, so you can't call this a carboxylic acid. What's the other OH group containing functional group? Alcohol. Did you say that? I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. It's an alcohol, and that carbon has 3 bonds to C, right? So what kind of alcohol? There's your choices. tertiary alcohol. Oh, that's not good for writing it. And we got to do 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do it in baby blue. And we're talking about A. So, baby blue. Are we good with that being the 4? And the O being the 1? The other 2 are carbons. I know somebody jumped right to CF2 and said, that's got to be number 1. It's got 2 F's on it. 1 atom at a time, please. You only go to the next atom if there's a tie, and O does not tie C. O beats C. 16 grams per mole versus 12. Which of the remaining 2 carbons has a higher, it's an easy one, right? A carbon with a fluorine beats a carbon that doesn't have fluorine. And you're lucky I put the 4 group on a dash, or wedge, sorry. That's just as good as a dash, right? It's 100% in the wrong direction. Remember that. It's 100% in the wrong direction. My answer is going to be 100% wrong. And there's only 2 possible answers. I know the right answer. Connect 1, 2, and 3 for the wrong answer. Wrong answers are, what's the right answer? S. S tertiary alcohol. Right there. I will highlight it because that's all you got to circle. Answers here, S tertiary alcohol. And let's go for B. B is attached to a nitrogen, so it's either an amine or an amide. I hope it's clear it's either an amine or amide. You're told that with all the answers, right? Which one of those 2 names, amine or amide, has a carbonyl attached to the nitrogen? You have to know that. Amide has the carbonyl. And that is a nitrogen attached to a carbonyl. So get rid of all the amine answers and pick the amide answer that has 3 carbons attached to the amide. Because look, this nitrogen has 3 bonds to a carbon. It's a tertiary amide. Tertiary amide. And B in the stereo center, that is B. We'll do it in dark blue. Fluorine weighs 19. Nitrogen weighs 14. Carbon with no H's and 3 carbons is going to beat a carbon with 1 H and only 2 more carbons. Oh, the 4's on a wedge again. I'm so happy. It's not S, therefore it is R. I don't think you're going to be that lucky that I'm pretty sure one of your stereo centers will mandate you take a double switch. What do I mean by that? Well, it won't have the 4 on a wedge or a dash. That's why when you have to do a double switch. And we've been doing a lot of them. And you're going to make me do some on Monday. I know you are. Yeah. But I believe that's all we're going to do today. It's been a long day for me. You got to forgive me. And so we got our 4 activities. Going to collect them all at once. Make sure your name's on them. Expose.